All right, guys, Gen 1 Scion here, back with another blog. As I mentioned before, I'm re-releasing the site, gen1scion.com. I got all my blogs here. I got to re-edit them, make sure all the links work, make sure the pictures are up to date, and the grammar and spelling is all good to go. This one is about the hatch garnish, the liftgate trim that commonly breaks on the first gen Scion TC. You can see here I temporarily mounted mine with painter's tape just to keep going while I ordered the replacement. Here's the common thing that you need to look for when you order a replacement. You got to make sure it has this bracket on it. And the OEM hatch trim does not have this bracket. This is a reinforced bracket that comes on some of the aftermarket hatch replacement garnishes. Make sure it has this garnish, so look at the product photos and make sure that's included. You'll see here, typically the hatch trim will break on these 4 points. Now these 4 points are just plastic. It's got the metal stud in them, and over time, what happens is your car sits in the sun, it heats up, the seal on the hatch becomes sticky, and it's hard to open like on a hot summer day. And so what ends up happening is you yank on the hatch trim, and it slowly weakens these points on the garnish. You can see here I broke all 4 of mine, so I definitely had to replace this. You have different color options. They come color matched. You can see here this is a few listings on eBay. Important thing to note is the color match is not going to be perfect. Like I said, your car at this point is 18, 19, 20 years old. You're going to get something that's color matched, best effort by these aftermarket companies. Important to note, it does not come clear coated. I'll talk about that in a second. They do make a hatch trim garnish that does not have the emblem provision. So if you're planning on debadging your car and you don't want that emblem on the back hatch trim, they do make a part that does have no emblem recession on it. Just make sure it also comes with the bracket. Now, there's also a way to reinforce this when you reinstall it. The bolts on the back are M5.8 thread pitch. You can see here I'm sizing it up with my bolt thread checker. These are nylon locking nuts that I use to reinstall the setup. These nylon locking nuts are great because if you have a loud sound system and you get a lot of hatch rattle, or your hatch is making noise from road noise or vibrations, these bolts aren't going to back out. So what happens is you use the nylon locking nut. You can see here I'm using it on both my third brake light and the reinstallation of the hatch trim, and I don't have any problems whatsoever with these bolts backing out. I mentioned earlier that the hatch trim does not come clear coated, so what I'm using here is 2K Clear Coat by Spraymax. You don't necessarily have to use the Spraymax brand, I just prefer them. But if you're going to put a clear coat on it, which I do recommend, these cans are one-time use only, meaning you have to crack the can, activate the activator or the hardener in the can, and you have to use it all in one session. There's no shelf life on these things. So you can see here I'm clear coating both my hatch trim and my engine cover. I do not recommend clear coating the engine cover. It did not work out well for me. So you can see here the color match between the replacement part and my actual hatch trim. It's not the best color match, but it's going to do the job. It's good enough. I've got the 2K clear on it, and I'm staging it, letting it dry up right there. And here's the final result. This is my third brake light, full LED left to right, and the replacement hatch garnish along with the stock emblem put back on. If you like this type of content, gen1scion.com. I've got a new search feature here in the upper left. You can search for this particular blog by using the word garnish or hatch trim, and you'll find it on my site, gen1scion.com. Thanks.